Hello.
Alright, now it's Outer Worlds time.
Yeah, we figure we go back to Outworlds. Hopefully, it doesn't crap the bed on us again.
There's still a shiny to be given away,
Yeah, but
but nobody wants. Oh wow, look at that! I've accidentally leveled up some of our shiny, some of our smoochums.
oh well.
Eh.
But yeah, we're back with Outer Worlds. Does anyone remember our name?
Yeah, we were. You want to say Castle? You remember?
I do believe our noble name was Sir Vix.
That is correct.
It was our wealth, has brought us this name along with our our lovely mustache as well, our green mustache. We were a
Yeah.
cashier.
That's right. Yeah. What a backstory.
I can't look at this thing.
You're gonna
It's
have
beautiful.
to. He looks like he's wearing an apron too, which is great. It's very fitting of the cashier look.
So,
Like a bit of a weird slouch going on too.
oh yeah.
Well, he was in cryostasis for what, 70 years?
Yeah, so you want me give a quick recap?
Me?
No, you
Yeah.
want me to do it.
Oh, I guess we could kind of bounce back and forth. Go
well,
ahead.
so
You start.
capitalism has gone into space, and you can now sign a contract that'll make you a worker for life, but you get to live on another planet. Pretty cool. So they sent a colony out to inhabit planets, but it got lost, and so now there's a ship flying with these people just in sleep for 70 years, like you
Yeah.
said. So it has been 70 years since we left Earth, so this is our first time in space. We've been woken up by a crazed scientist. We have taken the identity of a freelancer, I guess.
Yeah.
Mercenary.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he was kind of like a freelancer, yeah. And then we used our escape pod to land to where he put down a beacon, but the guy was too stupid to move away from the beacon when he put it down. So
We crushed him.
we crashed into him, and Wicked Witch of the West style, and we took his identity.
So to get our ship working and flying, our ship now, by the way, we need a part, and the town closest to our ship said the only way to get that part is to go to another village and steal it from them, leaving them without any power.
Yeah, so now we kind of have to make a decision. Do we leave the other village, which is pretty much growing in a greenhouse?
Well, we haven't gotten there yet. So
Well,
yeah, so
all right.
we'll get there, then we'll continue. But
but yeah, so do we take the power from them, or do we take the power from the other village that we just visited, the first one?
well, yeah. So as we progress, we find out that we can just go back to that first town and steal their power.
All right,
okay.
let's go.
Yeah. Well, I also want to mention these are our companions.
That's right. We just
Yeah.
we had Parvati from the first, what is it, Emerald Vale?
Yeah, we're still there.
That's
They're
where
both
we're
from the
at.
same place.
Gotcha. And now this is Vicar Max.
He's
and
like a priest.
We found a book for him that was gonna solve all of his problems, and he realized that it's fucking French, per his words. And he said,
forgot
I
about
can't,
that, yeah.
I can't read French. And he got really pissed.
Also, kind of like in Bioshock, where sciences rule over religion. In these colonies, law and capitalism is everything. So this is a church based off of capitalist ideals.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get on moving.
Yeah. If you could remind me too.
You were saying?
When we crash landed, we came across a what are they called? Space chaser? Is that what the chasers? Oh my goodness.
So Spacer's Choice is the company.
Spacer's Choice, that was it.
The Spacer Choice is the company that has bought these planets in space. And so everyone who left Earth to work for this company works for Spacer's Choice.
Okay. We came across someone employed by them who was in a cave. What happened to them?
He gave me his gun because he was too weak to go on. And I turned the gun on him and shot him in the head.
Okay, yes. And then a little bit after that, we came across the ship of this person who our escape pod had crashed on, Captain Hawthorne,
Correct.
and there was a lovely, very nice man who looked like he was doing no wrong, named Ernest outside the ship. What happened to Ernest?
I told him what happened, that some people
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately died, and then
Mhm.
I continued to shoot him in the head.
Ah, okay. I see a trend that Sir Vix is taking here.
You also teabagged someone who was like paying his respects to the grave, and then you shot your gun. I want to say 4 to 7 times in the air.
Guys, I'm a
I forgot about that. I forgot about teabagging the grave.
guys, I'm a professional. All right, I'm nothing but love and peace at all times, and I never want anyone to think.
Nothing but love and peace. Ga, 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 ga.
I failed my mission. I should probably.
Oh yeah, how many save states do you have?
Too many. But in my defense, the game keeps crashing, so.
I wonder why.
The curse of Sir Vix.
So, I'm gonna go back to our ship, and then get him
Yep.
on my team, so that we have a full team of badasses.
Oh, that's right. That's how you have to do it. Because, like, even though they're your companion now, you can't bring them with you unless you go back to the ship. Because every time they join you, you have to be like, okay, go back to the ship.
It's like a Mass Effect.
Yeah.
When you were at your ship, you said that's where you can repair your guns and stuff. You should repair that shotgun that we got.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's it's workbenches, and there's a workbench in the ship.
Yeah,
so.
you can also upgrade your
Yes.
stuff, right?
I think so. You can have like scopes and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
let's take a look.
Welcome to the unreliable.
Yeah, it's like scrawled on there, unreliable.
Let's see.
If your equipment is in need of repair or
Fuck you. Let's see.
What have we?
Shotgun. Oh, that's. Oh, okay.
Oh,
I gotta
yeah.
go to repair.
That's right, yeah.
So. Yeah, it's gonna cost 15 weapon parts, and it's gonna bring my gun from 8 damage to 14.
That definitely seems worth it.
While I'm here, I think I can also break down. Yep. So I'll break down a couple things.
Yeah, you get a lot
You
of
might want
duplicates.
to you might want to repair that trusty machete that we've been using to mow through everybody too.
That's true.
It's been a bit of a lifesaver.
You've got.
It's still
yeah.
pretty good,
Oh, it is
but
pretty good. Huh.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I just saw the little wrench icon. I didn't know how low it was.
You
yeah,
would
so
think-
it's like a meter. So it's like if it's completely filled up, it's 100% kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would think that like the amount of times we've had to use it that it would be worn out by now, but no.
They keep making me use it. All right, guys, I don't want to be using it.
These Smootrum do not like each other. By the way. They're very angry.
they won't look away.
They're bopping their heads. They're like, no.
Space. Okay. All right. Yeah. So here I can use my money to improve its damage,
Okay.
and then I can modify from here. See, the thing is, this
What
is
is that?
like what's up.
Go on.
I was gonna say, just like more many of the Fallout games and Skyrim games, I like rarely upgrade shit in the beginning, because then you're just gonna find a fucking thug with a better gun, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely.
I felt that way about Borderlands. Like every time you like go to one of
Yeah,
the vending machines or
100%.
whatever, you like try to buy like a weapon. You're just gonna end up killing somebody with a way better weapon.
That being said, it's so cheap early on, I might just go for a little bit of.
Yeah, why not? If it's gonna benefit you this early on, you know, because I feel like later in the game that kind of stuff doesn't benefit you, but early on, yeah, why not?
In the top right corner of our inventory there, it looked like you
Yeah.
had an impact hammer.
Yeah.
Is that going to be any better than the blade that we have right now?
Well, this is actually Pavadi.
Parvati, yeah.
Yeah, it's her weapon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I've seen her swinging that thing around, taking out a couple people, so that would make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, so each companion will come with like their own sidearm and melee weapon.
Yeah.
Due to catastrophic power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown.
Fuck you, Ada.
At the sassy computer who refuses to believe that we are not Captain Hawthorne.
No, we're the idiots. Uh-oh, I'm gonna hack into this shit.
Nice.
Alright, I guess that's nice. Alright. Oh, I thought we could... Can we not take him yet? Let me go back in here.
No, he should be in there.
It's been so long since I've played this game.
Don't you have to go find him in the cabin or whatever?
Well, no, the doors are open because we don't have power, so he doesn't have a room yet.
Oh.
Did he like teleport into the ship because that's
Oh,
where he needs to be, but he's like in a locked room?
Look around the rest of the ship. Look around like in here, yeah. Is he not there? Like in behind a corner or anything?
No, he's not here.
Huh. Yeah, I can't remember.
Oh, well, we don't need him. Fuck him.
Oh.
If I could, Ada, I would. Yeah, because also he would show up here,
Yeah.
but he's not. So, oh, I can upgrade my shit.
Yeah, that's right. When you have those little stars on the menu, that means you can do some stuff.
Nice. Yeah, we get a bunch of points.
Yeah, so the way this worked, so early on,
Oh, melee. You want melee. You'll
do
be
I?
using that machete?
Yeah, but I don't want to continue.
Okay.
You know, I'll throw one in there. So early on, your points will go into the group. So for range, if you put one unranged, it does all three. But once they hit 50, you have to upgrade them individually. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, I want to play.
Apply?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and our one perk that we get.
Maybe probably health, right? That's always a good one to start
Yeah.
with.
You were dying pretty bad last time. You kept
Yeah.
coming across some heavy duty folks, so I would say health is a good one to start with.
Yeah, I think we're agreed on health.
All right.
Yeah, especially given it's 50%.
Yep, we're good.
Teabag seems to be working well.
Gotta check the joints. What the fuck was that?
I don't know, man. Shit's scary out there. Just walk into a rock, it'll be fine.
Alright, on our
It's a
adventure.
pretty looking game.
Oh yeah, this is obviously not the best settings for the game, but the game does look nice. Yeah, it comes. The one thing that sucked about playing this game on console was the fucking load times are brutal.
Oh, I bet.
Oh god, it's hideous.
Here we go.
Oh fuck!
Oh shit, dude, they've got you surrounded.
Oh
I
shit!
think they're behind you too.
Taking Emery damage? What the fuck? What the fuck was that all about?
Oh,
That
shit.
was unique. You alright? Oh shit.
What the fuck?
Everyone all right?
Yeah, I feel okay. Do you believe in aliens? Anyone?
Me?
Yeah, anyone.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about Bigfoot the last time.
We were talking about Bigfoot and Squatches a little bit, yeah. Yeah, I believe in aliens.
Every time you go back to the menu and I see, I'm reminded of what we look like.
Let's see.
How about you? Do you believe in aliens?
I'm ready for this.
The usual thought process when someone says aliens, I don't necessarily believe in. Like, I don't believe in, like, all the flying saucers and crop circles and all that, but...
Yeah, I suppose when you say do you believe in aliens, I think too, do you believe in life outside of Earth or even outside of our galaxy?
Yeah. And I definitely do, because at this point, you kind of have to, like, you have to be thinking small if you say no, there isn't some kind of life out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that there is alien life, but I don't believe that there's intelligent alien life. Like, I think that there are aliens in the forms of small microorganisms that are outside of, the planet Earth. And those are considered aliens because they
That's
are
true.
living creatures outside of our planet. So that's
like
about
bacteria
the
and
extent.
whatnot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And like I think that was proven at some point.
Yeah,
that
there's
that
definitely
does
bacteria
exist.
on certain planets and stuff.
So that's what I think. I think that every single planet must have at least its own like variety of microorganisms that live on it, no matter how small. And we don't even know if like those microorganisms could be intelligent. They could have their own micro cities.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, this is all based off our understanding of how things work, and every day we learn that we like just know nothing.
And every day we stray further from God.
Honestly, though, think about it. Don't fucking run. Don't fucking run.
Oh God. He was like,
dude,
my
watch your
back.
health.
You like that skill?
Yeah, the slow-mo suck.
Ow! Slow-mo.
Slow-mo suck. Nothing better than a slow-mo suck. Boom! Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my god.
I love that you walked through it afterwards too.
Dude, I loved it.
You have to like get
It's
yourself
like in
immersed in it like body spray.
it's like in Star Wars, like you'll see a space fight, and an X-wing will take out a TIE fighter, and just like blast through the debris. And it's like, is that the best way to do that?
Yeah, it makes you feel alive. I'm so sorry.
What the fuck? I thought we were on the same team. That's what she's thinking.
I leveled up again, by the way.
Oh, good. Good for you.
Still this, little
Yeah,
that.
fuck it. All around. How about your leadership? You don't want to be inspirational?
Nah, this shit doesn't really end up meaning anything in the long run. Like, it helps companionship, but they can't permanently die, so... That's the thing. It's like Skyrim. You try to, start with like a two-handed weapon, do a heavy, but then you divulge into like a assassin with a bow and arrow.
Yeah, with a boner.
Always.
Boner. But what's cool about this game is it's like older RPGs where you can't max everything out. It's like impossible. So you do have to kind of like design your character the way you want it to be.
Yeah.
Bit of a side note here. I don't think we've talked about this, but speaking of boner, how'd you feel about WandaVision?
Is that something... See, here's the thing. The reason I haven't brought it up on stream is because I do think it's a little unfair to think everyone has the opportunity to watch it just because it's on streaming. You know what I mean?
Okay, true. Yep.
Because, like... And I was talking to Charlie about this, because, we were both hesitant about that series. So once, that cameo happened, I was like, dude, you're going to want to start watching this before it gets spoiled for you.
Yeah.
Because there's, like, this unwritten rule online that's been going on where the first week, no spoilers, and if it is, it's heavily marked. But
Yeah.
after that first week, it's a meme template.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That happened to me not I guess kind of still on the same scale, I guess, of like importance, but that happened to me with the first season of The Mandalorian.
Oh yeah.
It's like, you know, I was excited to watch it because I was like, oh yeah, I like Star Wars stuff. You know, this seems like it might be fun to watch. And I was at work when the first episode came out, and I'm like, oh, I'll watch it when I get home. Everywhere all over the place was just Baby Yoda stuff, and I'm like, oh well, I guess that happens at some point. You know, kind of
Yeah.
a huge thing in the first episode that's really important to the story.
All together.
Yeah, big time. And that's why I let Charlie know. I'm like, if you're interested in WandaVision and you want to, experience it for yourself, you kind of have to hop on.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we'll
shit.
we'll fucking talk about it. I'm just gonna say, for the purpose of uploading this bad boy into YouTube,
Yeah.
if you're watching this right
Yeah.
now on YouTube, then fucking rock on.
Yeah.
Also, if you haven't watched WandaVision, skip forward because we're gonna be talking about it for a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
I don't know
Spoiler
if we
alert.
have a timestamp. We probably won't.
Oh, we
or-
won't because we won't know
Oh,
how
watch
long
it
we'll
now.
talk about.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it after
Oh
this.
my god! Please.
Oh, there's one right there. That's
You,
why.
you gotta get the fuck out of here. These are bad times. We're in bad times right now.
We're in bad times.
Thank you. Oof. Maybe don't break a leg while you're trying to live.
Okay. So this is the thing. If you take too much damage or do something for too many times, you can develop a flaw with it.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
So it's just like it says, you can choose to keep the flaw. You will get a perk point out of it, but you will also have like
A concussion for the rest of my life.
yeah. In this case, your mind attributes will be -1 for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so because I have a permanent concussion.
I cannot
Ah.
stress that enough.
Yeah.
Where's our shiny?
So it's like, yeah, if I don't use my mind, which I mean in real life that's pretty accurate, I would take the
Yeah.
perk over the
Can
mind,
relate.
you know?
Yeah.
But
But I don't know. We've been trying to be real smart
yeah.
with a lot of our decisions here, and real heavy on the dialogue choices.
So as much as I would love the permanent concussion, I'm gonna say no to it.
Yeah.
Hope y'all don't mind.
Yeah. When I played the whole game, I never took one of the what was it? A flaw?
Yeah, flaw.
Yeah.
I took one because I wanted to see what that would be like.
There's a system like that. They're not permanent, but there's a system like that in Transistor, where you can get like negative attributes, but they will help like get your XP rate. So there might be something that'll say like 25% less health, but you get 10% faster recharge on certain abilities or some stuff like that.
Right. Yeah.
It took me a while to realize that I had like 4 or 5 of those on, and the game was incredibly difficult for a good chunk of time. And then I'm like, oh wait a minute, I don't
Speaking of
have to
chunks.
have these things on.
Yeah, that's a game that's been on my Switch for a very long time, probably about a year now, and I still haven't played it.
Play it
a
because
fun game.
it's a lot shorter than you think it is.
Yeah, you did tell me that.
Yeah.
You said that it's a very short game. Yeah, I really should. I gotta find some time. Like, I'm gonna be gone next week, so maybe I'll find some time to myself to just kind of sit down and beat it.
Also, that studio just makes great games.
Yeah, with Devolver,
They
right?
do.
No.
Yeah.
No?
Supergiant.
Supergiant.
Supergiant, that's right.
They did Hades, which is big right
Bastion.
now. Bastion,
Mhm.
Transistor.
Hades, I never played Pyre, but they did Pyre too, right?
I think so.
Yeah, Hades is a game that has been recommended to me.
By everyone.
Yeah, numerous times.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm not a big roguelike kind of person, but I don't
I
know.
feel you.
If it's really good, like I'll give it a chance.
So yeah, WandaVision. We were talking about.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So now we're going to talk about WandaVision, if you're watching this in the future. But
They just skipped over to this one part when now we're finally like, okay, we're gonna talk about WandaVision.
we must be free of the spoilers,
Shit.
right? Anyways, everyone dies.
So Captain America comes back.
I think it was exactly what it could have been. Like, I can't imagine WandaVision being any better.
Yep.
I'm not saying it's a masterpiece. I think it's as flawed as any other Marvel movie, where you think it could go anywhere, but once you see the whole thing, you're like, oh yeah, that's exactly where it was always going to go.
It is like that with almost every big franchise right now. At least big, like, sci-fi, fantasy-esque franchises, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because it's safety, and there's been a rumor that they don't want to make Disney Plus Marvel shows big or like important because they don't want to alienate moviegoers.
I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that too, because nothing really, like, for Wanda things changed, but like for the overall universe, not much happened.
It was more of a Monica Rambeau origin series than it was really like a big Wanda show. You know, like she got really introduced and got a lot of screen time, and then Wanda was kind of just like, okay, you're dealing with this problem, and by the end, you know, you have more of an understanding of it.
Yeah, I think because they're really trying to push the space aspect with the Skrulls and the end credits of Far From Home being Nick Fury in space. Like, they're really trying to push that, and I'm not feeling that.
The next big thing is probably leading to like a Secret Wars Galactus type deal, especially now that they have Fantastic Four X-Men rights.
From what I'm hearing, and that doesn't mean anything, let's take it serious, that they want to split it so that there's a big event in space with the Guardians and like the Skrulls, and then have something happen on Earth for like Doctor Strange and stuff.
Okay, I could see them doing that, yeah. Yeah, overall for the show, I enjoyed it. I definitely was one of those people though that was like expecting too much from it.
100% here too.
By the time I ended it, I was like, you know what? It 100% my fault. I don't blame the show for doing anything. It did exactly what it was supposed to do, and it got people like me to, you know, go to work and talk about it with my friends, and, you know, recommend it to people who I didn't think would be super into Marvel stuff, but would be into, you know, kind of what the show was you know, representing with the way that it was shot, you know, the first couple episodes. And then also to the big comic book, you know, nerds that I know, it was like, oh, you know, it's crazy. They're starting to tie in Mephisto, and, you know, are they gonna tie this into Doctor Strange? You know, with Mordo being, you know, the post-credit scene of Doctor Strange. I thought he was gonna come in somehow.
Yeah.
And then by the end, I'm like, oh, no, yeah, they kind of did what you would have expected they would have done.
Yeah,
you
it's.
They
I
had
definitely.
their loose tie-ins.
Yeah, no, 100%. I read too far into things as well, like everyone else online.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh, this must mean Reed Richards, 100%.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there's definitely a debate on that aspect. Like, does that make it good? I don't know. Because...
I think it made it enjoyable to watch and think about, you know? Like, if you think back on shows like Lost back in the day, you know? It was like, you would watch Lost, and then the next day it would be like, that's all anybody ever talked about. And whether that show was good or not, it got people talking and got them engaged, and it got them their views.
Right, but now we're looking back on it, and I think, you know, all the love for J.J. Abrams is coming out, and it's like, now we're looking back and being like, was there anything to it? Because, you know, yeah, it's fun to theorize over it, but in the end, like, it was nothing. And that kind of, like, it lessens it the next time around, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, totally. And I think with something like this, I think that's what they're doing, though, is, like, I don't know how much they think people are going to go back and rewatch this, you know, over and over. It's kind of just while it's there. And even with this show, like, it kind of stinks because I didn't think this show was ever going to have a second season, and I think that even more now.
Yeah, no, they
like,
said...
Oh, it's just a one-off miniseries, you know?
Yeah, it feels that way, too.
Because she's now going to be in Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
The girl?
Scarlet Witch.
Oh,
she's going to...
The girl, yes.
The girl. No, I was thinking,
Rambo?
What's her name? Yeah.
Yeah, she's Captain Marvel.
Monica? Was it Monica?
Yeah, Monica Rambeau.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is a character Photon, but in the comic books at one point has also been Captain Marvel. Yes, and I'm sure
Oh.
that her tying into the second Captain Marvel movie will be, like that kind of tie in to where I'm sure at some point Brie Larson's Captain Marvel will, die or lose her powers or some comic booky shit will happen, and then
Yeah.
Monica Rambeau will have to then take the mantle up.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It depends on who's going to
But
be
yeah.
willing to stick around for the contract, actor-wise,
Exactly.
you know?
That's the other thing,
Because it's your whole life
But,
if you sign up for these things.
Yeah.
That being said,
I
as a fan, I loved it.
Yeah, I definitely did enjoy it. The boner thing was a bit of a slap in the face, but
It
at the
really
end,
was.
I feel like
Yeah.
if I wasn't a comic book fan, which I know that this isn't exactly for people who aren't tied into this series, if you haven't watched 20 movies up to this point to understand, the relevance of this character and the weight that they have on their shoulders, I
So-
suppose I'd go, oh yeah, that's kind of funny. But
No, so
to
here's
someone
my thing
who knows
with it.
everything about it, I'm like, oh, well, that kind of sucks.
No, here's I don't agree with that because so the director came out and said that he was totally copying Iron Man 3 because it has the same kind of thing, right?
Yep.
By the way, you trying to get out of here? Just
No, I'm just looking
Oh,
around.
okay. I was gonna say just jump over some blocks or something.
I was trying to find this actually.
Okay.
So he says it's trying to be Iron Man 3, which is fine, but it's not the fact that it's that character, it's that actor.
Yeah, 100%.
And what that actor means to, like, the business end of Marvel is important.
Not even just the cinematic universe, but like literally everything Marvel, at this point, with blending these different universes together. It's like, oh shit, this is, really important.
Yeah, so...
And then it turns out, nah, dick joke.
And that's the thing, it's like you had to have known how important this is. They said they had, like, drone protection to make sure no one knew that he was there.
Yeah.
So I don't buy that it's like, oh, it's like Iron Man 3. That would have been fine if it was just Quicksilver. But it's the fact that
Exactly.
they got that actor, and they were like, oh, she recasted her brother. That's my problem.
Yeah, and they played into it too. Like they acknowledged the fandom behind it of like, oh, they recast her. Like they, were tongue in cheek being like, yeah, we are aware that there was a different Quicksilver in a different, franchise.
Yeah, so in the context of him just being a boner joke and she just magically making him be Quicksilver, it doesn't kind of add up for the joke.
Yeah. But
That- yeah.
I did really enjoy the show. I feel like it kind of, even other than the boner joke, I feel like it fell flat towards the end.
Big time.
And I know that they were on like big COVID restraints towards the end of the series and everything. The last like behind the scenes episode that came out last Friday was talking about literally up until like 2 weeks before the last episode was airing, they were still editing it and still working on it, and there was a lot of stuff that they had shot that they didn't put in. But I still feel like the first couple episodes definitely had this like, fun aspect to it with it's like, oh, what is going on? This is really interesting that Wanda's taking these different inspirations from all these, old 50s, 60s shows, like these 50s, 60s sitcoms. But it's like really dark at some points. You're like, holy fuck, like this is kind of creepy and has like a bit of a horror aspect to it. And then it just kind of turned into
Marvel.
wizards shooting fire blasts at each other in the sky
That's
against
Marvel
the
for
blue
you.
screen. And I'm like, oh, okay.
What was you were
I
saying
get it.
that you noticed that the commercials, like the advertisements that they play in the middle of the show, all kind of hint to what's like going on in Wanda's life.
Well, yeah, so that's a
Yeah.
cool thing. So there is merit to going back and rewatching it. But if you do watch the commercials, it does connect to like her life, where it's like there's the Stark branded toaster or something like that that's
Yeah.
beeping like the
Yeah.
bomb.
Yeah.
There's the Hydra watch that's called Stryker. That was the guy who gave her powers.
Yep.
The cube for the soap that
Yeah, how about that fucking the yogurt commercial though, where the kid's like
Yeah,
deserted
with
on
the
an island.
kid deteriorating on the island. Yeah,
He
that was
just
that was
keeps
pretty
like
wild,
trying
too.
to peel the yogurt, but he just doesn't have enough stamina.
Yeah, and it comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then, of course, that alludes to what's her name, Agatha, and her power,
Agatha Harkness.
being able to absorb Scarlet Witches. So it's all
Yeah.
connected.
Yep.
There's, I mean, these shows are billions of dollars to make. Like, they're doing something right.
I think they had said it was $200,000 an episode,
Holy
That sounds
shit.
about
or
right.
some crazy shit like that. I was
And
like, dude,
then-
that's a lot of fucking
Yeah,
money.
being like, what is it, 10 episodes? That's insane.
8 episodes, and
Yeah.
then the behind the scenes stuff. You know, I don't know how much of that would account for.
Gotcha.
Hey, Endgame and Infinity War, I think it was like $500,000 a day to make.
That's insane.
With just
Some
that,
shit like that.
yeah, because of the actors alone.
500,000.
Yeah.
I can't even fathom that much money per day.
Yeah, because you have
You gotta pay like all the people.
Doctor
like,
Strange. You have Robert Downey Jr., who's like 8 million alone, 10 million.
Yeah. Yep.
That's insane. Yeah, and then
Chris
you have to
Evans and Chris Hemsworth, you know, all these characters. Never mind, you know, the amount of people who are there on the, you know, production side who get
Yeah.
paid for their
Right.
labor and working, and
That's what
all
I'm
the
thinking,
makeup
yeah.
artists who are there for fucking 6
Like-
hours a day putting makeup on Vision and Nebula and all that shit.
Yeah, a lot of crazy stuff. Yeah, production is not easy.
Yeah, I know Wanda Vision, they cut out a whole scene with Boner.
Yeah.
That they were gonna have like a Goonies-esque kind of chase.
Yeah, they the rabbit that Agatha had, Scratch, was supposed to turn into
A giant demon.
Yeah, like a giant demon that Ralph Boner
Yeah.
and Monica Rambeau were gonna in the
And the kids.
too,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, because
they
that's
were
what was
gonna-
like,
Oh, careful.
I know,
Funny.
I don't have anything to eat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die, so it's all good. I'm gonna die a lot in this game, so
I'm gonna
Have you
die.
saved
so
recently?
it's all good.
it's
Like,
gonna be fine.
I guess you've like walked through doors.
All we've been doing is chatting. It's all good.
I think there was a save point not far behind.
I mean, I'll watch more Marvel shows. Like, I'll watch
I
Falcon
of
tomorrow.
course will.
Um,
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I think I like both of those actors a lot.
I'm not
and
crazy
I like
on
the characters.
Anthony Mackie.
No,
I'm not crazy about his acting because I watched him in other things like Altered Carbon. He's in season 2 of that.
I never saw the second season of that because the first season I just kind of fell off. I started watching it and it just kind of became less interesting, so I stopped watching it.
I
But
love
he
the
was
first
in some-
season. Don't watch the second one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like a Westworld vibe. That's what I hear about that show too. Its first season's fantastic, but the second season not so much.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. But yeah, I also am just, you know, fucking heavily invested in this 30-year story that they've been building at this point, you know?
Yeah, but at
I'm
the
just
same
like,
time,
yep.
I am kind of losing interest still.
Mm-hmm.
Like every time I'm like, oh yeah, this is good Marvel, and then by the end of it, I'm like, oh yeah, this is Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It starts off so promising, and then you're like, the villain is fighting another version of themselves. Or
Yep.
The hero is fighting another version of themselves.
Even though they have, magic and powers, we're gonna fist fight, and yeah.
Yep. Your was it David Cross, the like Yellow Jacket Ant-Man fight?
Yep.
Obadiah Stane, you know, in the first Iron Man. Killmonger, Black Panther, like it's
It's a thing.
so formulaic, you know, and you realize like you don't. It's like the Disney magic, you know. It's like as you're watching it, you really don't think about it too much, but then as it gets closer, you're like, oh yeah, I could have probably fucking predicted everything if I would have sat there and thought about it and not had all these crazy fan theories linking things together. I could have probably predicted everything from the very beginning.
Yep. I know from personal
Yeah.
experience. Anyways, so we've made it. This is the town we're supposed to cut power off from.
I can tell they're sucking up a lot of energy here.
Oh, you know what? No, I got this backwards. This is where that power supply is.
Yeah.
So I can take that power without ever meeting the people.
Or you can meet the people and you can kind of, like, negotiate with them?
Yeah, you can, like, get to know them and see what to do from there, which I think is what we're going to do.
Negotiate with bullets between eyebrows. I got it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That they piss me off.
The only language I speak.